Alright YouTube, welcome back. This one isn't going to be a layout update. This is actually going to be more of a how I do my ballast video. So, how to basically. Okay. Just so you know, and some of you might have already guessed this, some of you might not, but if you can tell by my collection of rolling stock on the layout, I'm modeling the 1950s. Okay, I'm modeling 1954 and I'm modeling today. Just right now, my emphasis is on collecting 50s rolling stock, not modern stuff anyways. So, one thing you'll see a lot when you look at old photos in the 50s is at the edge of the ballast they use in the mainline, or the mainline sidings, you'll see a black layer. And then in yards, you'll see it pretty prominent, which is what I did with my yarn. And what that actually was it was the cinders left over from burning coal in steam locomotives. Now in places around coal mines and steel mills, a lot of the time it'd also be leftover slag or crushed rock that they brought out from the mining process, or leftover slag from the steel making process. And on steel railroads, sometimes they would use that for the main. Since my layouts in coal country, the track charts I have show using a lot of slag on the main line as a sublayer beneath the ballast. So to replicate that, I'm doing kind of a two-step method, if you will, and I've kind of got each step laid out here a little bit. Okay, just a second. There. Alright, first thing I do is I come in and I cover, in this case, the area between the tracks with black sand. That's what represents my cinders. It's, where's the brand name? Treehouse Studios sand. It's a little sparkly, but once you add a bunch of other ground foam, it starts toned down a little bit. Still need to spray yarn with some matte medium, but yeah, looks good. Anyways, that's what I do as my first stage. You see I've got between the tracks, and you can see on this side a couple places where it's actually peeking out, which is what I'm going for. So just a sub-row bed. And then I do it as a base layer, and it comes out. So, what it looks like, it's like that right there, because you got your base right here, and then your ballast on top. And I just shaped it with my finger, nothing too fancy. So that's the first stage, and I glue each stage before I go to the next one. So, put the cinders down, I glue them, then I move on to the ballast. Now the way I do the ballast is, first thing I do is the inner, get it spread out again with my finger, and I just run a couple extra times right here along the edge of the rail to get some of the ballast out so it isn't piled up right there in between the little hooks that hold the rail and the tie. So get it spread out. And the ballast I'm using is Wooden Sinks Buff Fine Ballast, which is what I'm going to use for the siding. We'll use a different color for the main. But first up, center, and then glue it and do the sides. Which I still need to go back and glue all this. But so put cinders down, glue it, then do the center of the track, glue it, and then do sides. Now, the way I do the sides, actually two steps. First step, I pile up just a little bit of ballast right here, and it's just enough so it covers the end of the ties. Then I take my finger and run it along. After I've done that, it looks like this right here. So you have a nice layer comes up to the top of the ties, but it doesn't crowd too much. And the next thing I'll do is I'll take my spoon and I'll hold it at an angle about like that. As I'm going, I'll just tap it. What that does is, you can see see right here, it slowly builds up the sides on it. So when you're done, you have a nice consistent slope, pretty much shaped to the slope of the roadbed. So that's how I do my ballast. And then where appropriate, I come back with some ground foam and rough it up. I might put a couple sprigs in here once I get this finished, although I doubt there would be, because areas between the track tend to get blasted by locomotive exhaust, dust, and all that, so I doubt anything between them would be looking very healthy. But that's, I'd show you that real quick. That's how I do my ballasting, and how I get the sub-row bed look that you see in period photographs. So, thanks for watching, stay tuned, and hope you enjoy this. See you next time.